Good morning, everyone. I'm sure you recall yesterday we discussed about 17 Sustainable Development Goals introduced by the UN in 2015, supposed to be taken care of or wound up by 2030. 5 points we have discussed yesterday in detail. Today we are going to elaborate 5 more points. The 5 points that we are going to elaborate today are: number 1, sustainable cities and societies. Sustainable cities and societies means social structure and metropolitan city structure should be such a formidable that we can have economy of the society, economy of the city, the infrastructure of the city, every single thing about the city must keep on developing rather than collapsing. Freeway, expressways, nothing should collapse. City should be formidable. Economy of the city should be formidable. Education level, educational progress, social progress, economic progress, business progress, trade and commerce, healthcare, all kinds of progress in the cities. Meaning whatever the needs and wants of the people should be pandered, should be provided by the cities in a sustainable way. City must not be vulnerable to any kind of catastrophe or any kind of calamities. Cities should be long-lasting like Roman cities. These kind of cities will be built which would be formidable city, totally safe, totally earthquake-proof, totally rain-proof, totally any kind of man-made damage or calamity, God sent damage. Cities should be able, capable, and formidable to weather any kind of vagaries of weather. These kind of cities where economy is thriving, where education is thriving, where healthcare is thriving, where local authorities are working according to their obligations, where children go to school and where teachers teach them properly, where crime rates are low, where adherence to the law of the land is carried out faithfully. Cities should be epitome of utopia, veritable epitome of utopia. That is 6th. So now we are going to go to 7th or 2nd. That is climate action plan. We all are privy about the fact that our climate has become totally dilapidated. CFC level has touched about 600 particles per million, ppm. If this touches to 1,000 and if we are not going to do anything about it to counter it, then we have to be prepared to face, we have to be prepared to weather tremendous amount of detrimentals generated by all this pollution, all kinds of pollution. So United Nations has devised an action plan, environmental climatic action plan for 2030. And this action plan would be working, supposedly would be in a working order before 2030. And that climate action plan would have done something, would have found some kind of very veritable and amicable solution so that neither economy suffers nor climate suffers. Eco harmony, economic and ecological harmony. That kind of action plan is devised by the UNO, Climatic Action Plan. Number 3, life below water means marine life, sea life. This should also be taken care of by 2030, meaning lots of industries, lots of companies, large MNCs and NCs, they are dumping their effluents, their garbage, their trash, their plastics, their polythenes, their all kinds of carcinogenic material into the ocean, killing oceanic life by left and right. United Nations has decided that no life form on this planet should be wasted, obliterated, because every single life form on this planet has a part to do. Every single life form matters. Hence, we cannot actually ignore or turn our eyes from marine life to only the life on the land and then let the marine life devastate or waste away. So, under this plan, the United Nations is going to come up with some kind of solution that life below the water should also be preserved, and this life preservation will make entire environment, entire climatic change. Next point is life above water or life on land. We are not talking about, or United Nations is not just focusing about human life, but animal life, cattle life, all kinds of creature life. Remember, those creatures that we call it, say for example, mosquito and the bacteria and the flies and the virus and this and that. The climate, the environment of the ecology, I should say, the ecology of Earth is comprised by all those life forms. In the composition of our climate or our ecology, every single life form has very vital role to play. We cannot push the extinction of any kind of life form on this planet. Otherwise, some kind of changes we are going to experience, and those changes are going to be detrimental for our posterity, the next generations. Hence, life on the land, human life should be better. Human life should be preserved. Human life should flourish. Any kind of element or any kind of agent devastating or creating any kind of threat or posing any kind of threat to human civilization should also be countered. Cattle, beasts, the beast of burdens, any kind of creature, anything living on this planet, on the surface of the planet, on the land, should be preserved. Their entity should be preserved. Their integrity should be preserved. They should not be pushed to the extinction. Because if one entity or one life form on this planet is extinct, what kind of negative or detrimental impact it is going to have on other living being, we really have no any kind of clue about it. So, best thing is, like in Japanese language they say, Satoyama. Satoyama means live in harmony with nature. You don't know what is the role of one kind of nature or other kind of nature, or what is the role of one kind of bacteria or other kind of bacteria. We really have no clue. So if we are going to kill some kind of life form on this planet, what the ramifications would be on this planet in the future for our posterity is totally oblivious. We don't know anything about it. It's all oblivion. So, that was the life on the land. Fifth point is peace, justice, and strong institution. Peace, justice, and strong institution. Under this goal, United Nations has decided to establish total peace, absolute peace on the planet. all 193 member nations of United Nations and all 267 nations surviving or existing on this planet should have very harmonious relationship like fraternity, hobnobby. They should not have war, confrontation, battles, territorial skirmishes or skirmishes for this or that or nothing. Altruism must all be wiped out. Truism must be established in the world. So social, national, personal, family, peace, justice. Everyone on this planet, whether alpha, beta, gamma, delta or epsilon, whatever the generation a person belongs, justice must be served. Justice should not be served or not be served, but must be served. Because every person living on this planet must have justice, must have fairness. And without that justice and fairness, you are going to have all kinds of wars, all kinds of battles, all kinds of skirmishes, confrontation, cataclysm. You are not going to experience the life on this planet with harmony or Satoyama. Hence, to achieve Satoyama and to live on this planet with Satoyama, with peace and tranquility, then justice is the most important thing, as Gandhiji has said. Where there is no justice, there is violence. Wherever violence is, you should know that there is no justice. Just last month, what was going on in America, American society, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. That was all about justice. If black people have the same amount of justice that whites have, then there will be no any kind of violence. Person actually becomes violent when he is forced to become violent. When other factors get together and force him to become violent. Edward de Bono, the master of psychology, American Edward de Bono has said, man never gets angry, let alone violent. Man never gets angry, but he is made angry. If you say that my father or my brother or my friend was angry, no, he was not angry. He was made angry. Anger is not active, it is passive. It's not active. It's a passive thing. Someone else makes us angry. Someone else makes us violent. So if there is justice, there is peace, there is economic flotation, there is no any kind of negative factors around us, that we have all kinds of peace and justice and no violence. It's a strong institution. Society must be strong. Family must be strong. Person must be strong. Individuals must be strong. Any kind of business must be strong. So this is our 10th. 5 yesterday we elaborated and 5 today. Altogether we have already elaborated 10 more points. Tomorrow we are going to elaborate 7 points. You have the treasure trove. Now, let me rephrase myself. And the rephrase is, it is not a treasure trove. It is a cornucopia of treasure trove. It is El Dorado and a bonanza board. But for who? For the creative minds, for the fertile minds, for the qualitative minds. So be qualitative, be fertile, and be creative mind, and education will chase you. You don't have to chase education. Thank you very much for watching, listening. See you again tomorrow. Until then, goodbye. God bless you.